This is Charter California Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance, and we are joined today by Bryan Urias. He is, follow me, the Secretary-Treasurer of the Upper San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District. Also, he's President of the San Gabriel Basin Water Quality Authority and an announced candidate for the California State Assembly. And I thank you for joining us, Mr. Urias.
Thank you, Brad.
Let's start by talking about the drought. Of course, that's your bailiwick, given what you do with the various water agencies. I recently heard and read that there is some view that we only have 1 year of water left in our state of California. Is your sense the same?
Well, here are the facts.
Okay.
We are entering our 4th year of a historic drought, the entire history of California.
Right.
We had the driest January on record since records of rainfall have been occurring.
But it feels as if, look, we're in Southern California today, and you know, I'm just speaking anecdotally. I don't remember much rain last year, and it just feels as if we've had more rain this year. Am I off base?
No. We had a couple little storms here and there.
Nothing.
But the reality is, for here in the San Gabriel Valley, we would need 63 more inches to be on average to reach what we usually get in our rainy seasons.
And I know in Northern California, which really is the key, the snowpack is almost not visible. I mean, that's how low it is.
90% of normal snowpack. And keep in mind that snowpack makes up basically the entire water supply for California. That snowpack, when it's really high, it supplies the entire state. And
So
we rely on it heavily too.
So your sense is we truly are in crisis. This research, which says we only have a year of water left, likely accurate.
Yeah, and it's the same situation here in the San Gabriel Valley because we rely on that snowpack. We rely on the rain. Typically, we get 80% of our local water supply from rain in our watershed here in the mountains.
Okay.
You know, that we get our snowpack and then we have our reservoirs up there. But again, we need 63 more inches of rain to reach our average, which would be the 80% of water.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We just had El Nino happened.
Right,
and
which
look,
is supposed to help.
Biggest disappointment. No.
Didn't help.
Not at all. And we're leaving the rainy season, which
is So what does this mean, sir? I mean, 1 year, we're going to blink, and it's going to be the end of that 1 year.
We have to, you know, last year and then these prior years, we really made the effort to educate the community, conserve, conserve, conserve.
And we have been. I mean, I think it was in December or a few months back, we hit that 20% target. So we have been doing better. I mean, even if we don't hit that 20%, we still clearly have been using less water.
For the month of December.
Right, that's all.
Just a month.
Okay, but still, I mean, I want to give props to California. I don't see many statistics which indicate we're using more. I mean, we're doing,
Right now, in January, starting this year, we're at 8%.
Below our prior.
Below the 20% that the governor asked us and declared an emergency and asked everyone to conserve.
So
20%.
instead of 20, we got to 8.
Yeah.
Again, not where we want to be, but we have more Californians. And we're dropping our usage.
And we do give credit.
Right.
The community and a lot of agencies have made a difference. For instance, you know, we're using the same amount of water that we did 20 years ago.
Right, and how many more
people do we have? And our population has increased drastically. But we haven't faced this drought. We would be okay if we had our normal rainfall, conservation, our levels would be okay. But because of this historic drought, we just don't have the water now.
What are we supposed to do? What are you and I? You know, we're just good old Californians, you know, taking showers and brushing our teeth. What are we supposed to do?
Cut down your outdoor water use. That makes up 80% of your water bill, and it makes up 80% of basically what a person spends.
So here we are today in the San Gabriel Valley, not far from the Inland Empire, not far from the Coachella Valley, where you see beautiful green lawns.
Exactly.
And, you know, the question is, do we need to really change what we perceive as aesthetically beautiful for front yards, for backyards?
Yes, there is. There's a lot of ways to do it. Ripping out your turf. There's a great company called Turf, I think they're called Turf Bandits or Turf Terminators.
Yeah, there's plenty.
That will actually go to your house, use the rebates that are available from Metropolitan Water District, and actually rip out your lawn and plant some new drought-tolerant plants.
So is it time, because like you said, in this region, MWD offers rebates. A lot of different jurisdictions up and down the states offer rebates. Is it time for those rebates to be increased? Is it time for there to be more public awareness campaigns? Because frankly, I don't see a ton about turf programs being offered.
There needs to be more education, and the residents, the citizens, and business and commerce need to take advantage, because we've done a great job. I think we've increased by close to 100% the amount of people in our service area that are actually using the rebates.
I gotta ask you a question, and forgive me. So, maybe I shouldn't admit this on the air, but we considered putting turf in, and we thought that would be the wise thing to do. Turf today gets blistering hot.
It does.
It's really hot, and it just became untenable. I got two tweens.
Let me tell you about one of the great projects that Upper District is actually doing. In each of our divisions, we actually implemented a drought-tolerant garden project that we put in each of our divisions. My division being Baldwin Park, Almani, and Duarte. And I've selected Duarte, a nice long area of green turf right now that we have grass, that we're actually going to replace it completely and create these beautiful California-friendly gardens that actually look fantastic.
So you won't even need turf. It will be the beautiful
you don't need turf.
California natives.
There's great plants. The California natives create a beautiful garden, so you can have a beautiful garden
without
turf.
And again, I do want to say, I think turf is an outstanding alternative, for certain areas where heat may not be an issue. But I was surprised at how hot turf can get.
And the reason we're doing these
the
gardens,
artificial,
the artificial,
whatever you call
that would be for the fields, large landscapes.
Right.
We've done a lot of football fields where they'll actually replace it.
Right.
But for your front yard, replace it, tear out the grass, put California friendlies.
Right. And
water it once a week, cuts down your bill tremendously, and you're saving a lot of water, and your garden looks beautiful when it comes in. Then you get butterflies, you get hummingbirds. And
what else can we do? Look, shorter showers. If it's yellow, it's mellow. I mean, what else can we do?
Get water efficient washers and dryers. Get water efficient toilets. When you take a shower, put a bucket in there and save that water. And then go use it, water your lawn, water your plants.
I like that idea. I must ask you, since you're now running for California State Assembly, you are speaking to a lot more people than you have when you recently were reelected to the Upper San Gabriel Valley Water District. Are they talking to you about water as you're interacting with, 500,000 constituents?
Yes.
They are. So they're aware.
Yeah. No, they're very aware, and you can see some polls where up to over 80% of people understand that we have to conserve.
I know that the polls say that, and hallelujah for that, but are they truly aware? Is it on top of mind? Because look, I turn on my faucet, sir, water comes out. So,
I give credit to people, but it hasn't been a major push, and there hasn't been a major initiative to implement the actual, enforcing the restrictions.
Which may be coming down the pike.
Now we're getting to a point where we're going to actually have possibly rationing.
Right. And that's happened in Northern California.
Enforcement. Because now it's going to come from the top down. The State Water Resources Board implemented these rules. And now the agencies are going to start getting fined and cited if they're not reducing their consumption of water. So now it's going to force these agencies, cities, water districts to actually go and, talk to the residents, let them know, and have people going around and enforcing. Unfortunately, it's getting to that point where we're going to have to.
So what do you say to that constituent that says, I'm scared?
You're scared? Start doing your part, doing your role. Take that extra step. Go to saveourh2o.org and look at all those tips on there, from
we'll put
installing aerators.
We'll put them on the screen.
There's so much to do.
His name is Bryan Urias. He is a water board member. He's running for California State Assembly. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's California.